Doesn't it just suck as a hockey fan in general that a game as wild and wonky as that one was in the home opener and the season opener for the Leafs and Habs, it ends in the skills comp of the shootout? Just sucks, in my opinion. But for Leaf fans, you come out on top winning 6-5 in the crapshoot. That's what I want to call it, because it's really all it is. 6-5 over the Montreal Canadiens, and a wild one. And I tweeted out, and I'm going to put this right at the beginning of the video. Leafs Nation, Jays fans, Raptors fans, all of you guys, I'm going to do my very best this year and moving forward for every sport team to be more active on Twitter. If you notice if you do follow Twitter already, you'll notice on the page today, I was very active during the Leafs and Canadiens game. And I love it. If you guys want that, if you want to interact with me a little bit, I'll respond, I'll like stuff, I'll be all over it during games. Now, obviously, there'll be some games where I'm not watching and I can't be doing that, but I will let you know on there. So check it out. The link is down below. Or sorry, not Twitter, it's X now. So just wanted to put that at the beginning of the video. Let's break down this masterpiece. Because it was nothing of that. It was no masterpiece. It was a slugfest for both teams. Neither team played defense. And there was costly turnovers all over the place. And it started in the very first period, 3 minutes in. TJ Brody, right at the Montreal Canadiens blue line, blows a tire. And Jake Evans comes down on a breakaway and roofs it on Samsonov. It's 1-0. Oh, great. 3 minutes in and we're already blowing tires. Fantastic start. And in the second period, Alex Newhook. Was this the tip point shot? I can't remember how this one went in, but he buries one. And it is now 2-0. Montreal. And it's not going well, right? It's only a minute 10 into the second period. Things are not going great for the Toronto Maple Leafs early on. But then, it looks like Cole Caulfield, before I go any further, as a pure hockey fan, Cole Caulfield's insane. Like, dude's got an incredible release. If he can just stay healthy, he can be one of the top goal scorers in the league. Like, this is what he is. So, phenomenal player. And he looks like he's got it to be a 3-0 Canadiens lead. And Leaf fans are like, boy, what a way to start this year, eh? My God. But they go to review, and it was offside. And the Leafs brass is very good at detecting that. I think they were like 8 for 8, I think they said on the broadcast today, about challenging offsides last year. And 1 for 1 this year, as Cole Caulfield, you do look at the replay, and he was offside. And the goal gets called back, so it's still 2-0, but the Leafs to this point can't put passes together, have an awful time defensively, they're not there. And you know what? And I'm not going to get angry because it's their first game and there's so many new faces. It's going to happen. It's bound to happen. However, you do want to see some sort of life. But after that, the no-goal call, it goes to the Leafs' legs. Noah Gregor, who just got signed yesterday, doing a $750K contract, a 1-year deal from San Jose. He was on a PTO this year. Comes down the right side and kind of fires a harmless shot, low far side on Jake Allen, but it rings off the post and it's in. Noah Gregor with his first goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf. He's fired up and it finally gets Leaf fans fired up and there's a new goal song. I think every Leaf fan at that point's like, I don't care what it is, but I'm jamming to it because I don't have to hear Hall & Oates anymore. Was that a whole Kyle Dubas thing? Who knows? Kind of coincidence. First year he's gone. That's out the window. I think they played Hall & Oates through the preseason, though, so interesting how they did that. But I love it. I love it. Got them fired up, and then the Leafs just got their legs, right? They just got their legs, and they were incredible. Auston Matthews... Mitch Marner kind of does a pass to JT in front of the net. He's tied up, but kind of directs the puck, whether it was purposely or not, right to Auston Matthews on the right side, and he roofs it on Jake Allen, his first goal of the season for 34, and goal number 300 on his career. And I tweeted out, Leaf fans, enjoy Auston flippin' Matthews. They said in the broadcast, I could be wrong with this, I could have misheard, but he is the fastest player in NHL history to 300 goals behind Alex Ovechkin. Like, can we enjoy this guy and not ream him out when things aren't going right? Sure, there are moments where he doesn't look great, and sure, moments in the playoffs. But enjoy one of the best players that's ever going to put on a Leafs uniform. Fantastic stuff. Goal number 300 for Auston Matthews. By the way, the Gregor goal was assisted by John Klingberg. And the Matthews goal at 14:51. The Gregor goal was at 7:46. Matthews at 14:51, assisted by Marner and JT. And the Leafs have tied the game at 2. They weren't done. Power play late. And I tweeted out again. I'm like, man, you got like a minute 22 on the power play. Find a way, right? Find a way to get this lead heading into the third period. And Willie Nylander, the one-timer clapper. Oh, gorgeous shot from Willie Nylander on the power play. And he beats Jake Allen 45 seconds to go in the second period. Klingberg and JT grab assists on the goal. And the Leafs, just like that, after a non-existent first, period and a quarter, the disallowed goal happens, and the vibes change completely. Shots on goal in the first period were 11-10 in favor of the Montreal Canadiens. In the second, it was 16-2 in favor of the Leafs. They dominated most of that second period. We go to the third, and in the early moments, the Leafs dominate again, looking to add on and make it a 4-2 game. Then, Tyler Bertuzzi kind of jams one into Jake Allen. The whistle hadn't gone yet, so I don't see the issue, really. If the puck's right there, he could go for it, but... And all mayhem ensues, right? Bertuzzi starts going at somebody, and then Auston Matthews gets in there, and here comes Flying Gio from the top ropes. And basically, they get the extra 2-minute power play, which I get it. I saw it coming, really. I was hopeful it wasn't going to happen because I'm like, look, if the puck's loose, it's a big matchup. It's teams like this. Let the damn teams play. But they don't. It goes to a power play, and I'm thinking the puck is going to find Caulfield. And it does, but it ramps off of TJ Brody's stick. Samsonov has no clue where the puck is as it goes over his shoulder and into the back of the net, and just like that, we're tied at 3. Momentum shot. And let's keep going here. Less than a minute and a half after that, a point shot. A point shot from Jack Guy. Tipped in by Alex Newhook. Now, on that tip, I'm watching the replay. What is Jake McCabe doing? If you watch it from the angle of Jack Guy to the net, Jake McCabe just drops to both knees. Right in front of Samsonov. I'm not thinking, what's the plan there? What is the issue? What's the plan? Puck's not going along the ice, bud. And would have loved him try to tie up a guy's stick in front. But that does not happen. It gets tipped in by one of the guys in front, Alex Newhook. And just like that, less than a minute and a half after they scored the power play goal, you're down 4-3. And then, Ylonen? I'm gonna guess that's his name. He scores less than just over 8 minutes to play in the game. And that was off a god-awful turnover from Timothy Liljegren. Fans on the pass. This guy picks it up. I think Harvey-Pinard, did he get it to? I think he got it to him. And he beat Samsonov to the backhand, but God, Samsonov, why are you so far out of your net? Really far out. Because he gets beat top cheese, and at that point, 5 goals on 20 shots, and it was not looking pretty for Ilya Samsonov. It was really not. But then, and you're 5-3, and it looks like they're checked out. The fans are getting quiet. Things aren't going great. Then Sheldon Keefe and Guy Boucher got the pad out, and they're like, you know what, screw it. 4:45, I believe it was, to go, or 4:15, something along there. They pull the goalie, and I'm like, this is the first game of the year. And we're pulling the goalie with almost 5 minutes left? All right, guys, what's happened? And less than 30 seconds after that, Matthews has it along the half boards, and he walks into the net, and doesn't look like Allen's thinking shot, because Matthews fires it along the ice, and it just beats him. Matthews with the second goal of the game. Riley and Tavares grab assists in the goal at 15:28, and with, just under 4.5 to play, it's a 1-goal game. And then with about 3.5 to play, they yank the goalie again. I'm like, boy, this is aggressive. And it's, things aren't going right. They're getting some big-time chances. They can't score. And then Willie Nylander finds Auston Matthews, but it's kind of a bouncing puck. But Jake Allen's kind of sliding over, and he's on his belly. Matthews readjusts enough to pull it to his forehand, get around Allen. I think he might have banked it off a defender's skate, but either way, it's in the back of the net. And somehow, it's a 5-5 game with just over a minute to play. And Auston Matthews, yet again, on opening night, gets it done. A hat trick for Auston Matthews. Goal number 302 for Auston Matthews. And with a minute 7 to play, it's a 5-5 game. Leafs Habs opening night. You gotta love it. Then we go to overtime, and they get a power play, right? And I'm thinking, God, I've never wanted a shootout as bad as I do right now, because that means they kill off this penalty and they don't score. That's basically my mindset there. And I gotta say, as much as Ilya Samsonov, like I mentioned, 5 on 20 shots, it didn't look great. And sure, he only faced 4 more afterwards, but he faced a couple really tough ones in overtime. And he made the final 2 stops in regulation in the third period, made the final 4 saves when he needed to, and made all 3 stops in it. Well, 2 stops, I guess. Nick Suzuki, just forgot the puck was needed to take a shot. But Mitch Marner kind of just slows everything down, stick handling. Jake Gallen backing up in his net, and he just roofs a glove side on him. And that's your game winner in the shootout, as the Leafs somehow win this one, 6-5 in overtime. It ain't pretty, but a win is a win. And that's all there is to it. Special teams-wise, what do we got? Actually, face-offs-wise, what do we got? They actually won in face-offs, really. Okay. 51% for the Habs, 48% for the Leafs. Both teams were 2 for 4 on power plays. Shots on goal, 42-24 in favor of the Leafs. Again, that stretch of when Gregor scored, about 7 minutes into the second period, till about the first 5 minutes of the third, when did Caulfield score in the third on the power play? Was that 4 minutes in, I think it was? Yeah, he scored 4 minutes in. So basically, any time before that goal, they dominated. It was like a full 20-minute stretch where the Leafs were just all over the Habs. But other than that, not great. Not great. But again, it's game 1 of the season. Who cares? You take your 2 points, you move on to the next one. All right? Let's get through the stats real quick. Yeah, Ilya Samsonov, 5 goals and 24 shots. No matter what way you look at it, wasn't pretty. I like the final 4 saves, sure, and some of the big ones, and obviously the shootout saves, sure. But he's got to be better. There's no way friends or buts about it. I understand people can say, well, he can't get that one. Well, you want him to make at least one of these saves. You want one tricky save there, right? You want at least one of them. But allowing 5 goals, no matter what way you cut it, is not good. But we did talk about it in the season preview, right? The defense is going to be the question mark. Now, it's only game 1, and a lot of things went wrong, and 2 people one guy blew a shoe, and the other guy fanned out a pass. How often is that going to happen, especially in the same game, both leading to goals? Probably not. Probably not very often. But it happened today, and you got 2 points, so who cares? Auston Matthews, obviously the MVP in today's game, 3 goals. Had 8 shots on net, was a +2. Willie Nylander with a goal and an assist. Noah Gregor with a goal, had 4 shots on net and a couple hits. Looked really good in his Leaf debut. JT had 3 assists and a +1. Klingberg had a couple assists and a +2. Marner assists a +2. And Morgan Rielly had an assist today. Look, I thought Bertuzzi looked a little shaky early, but in that stretch of the second period, he was one of the more dominant forwards out there. I thought he looked really good, and obviously had some glorious chances there to start the third period before the penalty. Look, you take a game like this, you throw the film out, you move on. The next game of the Toronto Maple Leafs is not until Saturday, so we have a couple days off before then. And the Leafs welcome in the Minnesota Wild. A weird Minnesota Wild game. Game 2 of the season. Whatever. 7 o'clock puck drop there. It's going to be interesting to see how they do the goaltending. Samsonov allows 5 goals, and he also wasn't great in preseason. Do you maybe move to Joseph Wall for that game? Or is there a back-to-back coming up? Monday, no. At least up until the next week, a week today, you don't see a back-to-back. So you probably want to get Wall in there somewhere. Is that on Saturday against Minnesota? We'll have to wait and see. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and are jacked up for hockey being back, but for the love of God, and I tweeted this out as well. Can we not be the Blue Jays this year, please? Have every game be stressful? I couldn't take this year for the Jays. And if game 1 is like this, please don't let it happen again. But no matter what, hit the like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game today. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok. All that stuff is down below, or X. Down below. Follow up there if you guys not done so already, and I'll talk to you guys Sunday Raptors edition. All right, 6 p.m. tip-off there at Scotiabank Arena for Game 2 of the preseason. As for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Game 2 of the season goes on Saturday as they host the Minnesota Wild at Scotiabank Arena. 7 o'clock puck drop there as the boys look to kind of, build off of a win like this. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the first game of the season being done and a win. Nonetheless, talk to you guys then.